A newly unsealed NYPD file exposes the devastating details of the Food Network star's death, a made bed that signaled the end, secret journals filled with hidden pain, and Eusvan's frantic attempt to save the woman who saved so many others in the kitchen. New York, 8 months have passed since the culinary world lost its most vibrant, spiky-haired warrior, but the true story of Burrell's final morning has remained locked away in police files, until now. In a massive, heart-wrenching disclosure this Wednesday, the New York Police Department has released the official incident report surrounding the death of the 55-year-old worst cooks in America host, painting a portrait of a tragedy that is far darker and more complex than the public ever knew. The report, obtained exclusively, confirms for the first time the existence of a specific suicidal note and a collection of dark journal entries found in the star's Cobble Hill apartment, shattering the image of the invincible, boisterous chef who seemed to have an answer for every disaster in the kitchen. The anomaly of the made bed. According to the documents, the timeline of June 17, 2025, began with a silence that felt heavy to Burrell's husband, Stuart Claxton. The report details a chilling domestic scene. Claxton woke up to find his wife missing from their side, but it was the state of the room that triggered his panic. The bed was made in their room, which is not normal, the police report states, citing Claxton's interview with detectives. For a woman known for her chaotic energy and grueling schedule, this act of domestic perfection was a red flag. It was a sign of finality, a last act of tidying up before leaving the world. Driven by this unsettling detail, Claxton began a desperate search of their $1.5 million duplex, a search that ended in horror on the bathroom floor. A frantic 911 cal. The report describes the scene in graphic, heartbreaking detail. Burrell was discovered surrounded by a bunch of over-the-counter pills and other substances. Claxton, in a state of shock, reportedly attempted to revive her, shaking her and slapping her face in a frantic bid to wake her, before dialing 911 at approximately 7:50 de la mañana. He sounded like a man whose world was collapsing, a source close to the investigation revealed. He kept saying she was just sleeping, that she had to wake up. Despite the rapid arrival of emergency responders, the beloved chef was pronounced dead at the scene. The secret journals. Perhaps the most haunting revelation in the report is the discovery of suicidal journal entries left on the very bed she had so neatly made. While the contents remain redacted out of respect for the grieving family, their existence suggests that Burrell had been battling a severe, private depression for much longer than anyone realized. She never talked about it, Claxton told police, a quote that now stands as a tragic epitaph. He insisted to investigators that his wife had never attempted suicide in the past and showed no signs of the darkness consuming her. Just the night before, Burrell had been seen at a local improv club, laughing, performing, and appearing to be in good spirits. Experts are now calling this a classic case of smiling depression, where high-functioning individuals mask their pain with excessive positivity, performing the role of the happy celebrity until the curtain falls. Network in chaos. The release of these details has sent shockwaves through the Food Network, where executives are reportedly scrambling to decide the fate of Burrell's unreleased footage. Sources say the network is paralyzed by the contrast between the happy, shouting mentor on screen and the woman writing a suicide note in private. "We have a season in the can where she looks fantastic," a production insider leaked. But knowing now that she went home and wrote those journals, it feels voyeuristic to air it. The heart of the network is gone, and we missed the signs. Everyone feels guilty. A quiet farewell. As fans leave flowers and wooden spoons at the doorstep of her closed restaurants, the Burrell family is retreating into seclusion. The report indicates that a final, strictly private memorial will be held in her hometown of Cazenovia, New York. There will be no cameras, no red carpets, and no press, just the people who knew and before the fame, the hair, and the pressure. The tragedy of Burrell is not just her death, it is the silence that preceded it. The police report documents a woman who spent her life fixing other people's messes, yet felt she had to make her bed and clean up her own life before ending it. It is a stark, devastating reminder that sometimes the loudest people in the room are the ones crying out for help the quietest.